Largest species of python found in the world. With over 3,000 species of snakes on the planet, these scaly reptiles can range in size from inches to tens of feet. The Barbados thread snake is the world's smallest known snake, reaching only 4.1 inches in adult length. While a tiny snake may appear cute, the thought of a colossal snake may conjure up images from nightmares. Snakes can reach lengths and weights beyond your wildest imagination, from pythons to boa constrictors to anacondas. Today, we will discuss about the largest species of python found in the world. Before we start, make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget to click the bell icon to get a notification when we update videos like this one. Some of the largest snakes on the planet are pythons. Here, we'll discover some of the biggest pythons in the world, as well as their habitat. Each and every python is a non-venomous snake that hunts by constriction rather than venom. They can be found in Africa, Australia, and Asia. An invasive Burmese python population even exists in Florida's Everglades National Park. Despite having a similar appearance to anacondas and boa constrictors, pythons are an entirely different species of snake. Sumatran short-tailed python, or Python curtis. Sumatra is home to the large non-venomous Sumatran short-tailed python. The color pattern consists of blotches that range in color from brick to blood red overlaid on a beige, tan, or grayish-brown background color. They are nocturnal, timid animals. They live alone and only communicate with one another during the mating season. The Sumatran short-tailed python is very large for a snake but small for a python. They can reach lengths of about 6 feet and have bulky bodies that are made for constriction. Their name comes from the fact that their tails are much thinner than the rest of their bodies. The color of Sumatran short-tailed pythons is brown with light brown and tan markings. Green tree python, or Morelia viridis. The largest snake in the world are green tree pythons. They have thinner bodies than the majority of python species and can grow to be about 6.5 feet long. They are a vibrant green color with tiny white spots, and snake enthusiasts love to keep them as pets. Named for their vivid green color, green tree pythons have diamond-shaped heads and scales that are irregular. They often also have yellow, green, or blue spots in addition to their white or yellow vertebral stripes. Young people are bright yellow at birth. They can hide from predators and avoid being eaten thanks to their coloring. Eastern Indonesia, New Guinea, and the northeastern Cape York Peninsula of Australia are home to green tree pythons. They favor humid tropical rainforests with dense vegetation. They might also live in gardens and secondary forests. Although they spend the majority of their time in trees, they occasionally descend to the ground, particularly at night. Black-heeled python. Using its powerful body to squeeze its prey until the heart stops beating, this species of non-venomous constrictor can then easily eat its prey. In order to swallow larger meals more easily, it frequently positions 1 or 2 coils just in front of its mouth. In ideal circumstances, black-headed pythons can grow as long as 10 feet or more, though their average length is around 6.5 feet. They inhabit rocky hillside habitats, semi-desert environments, and wooded areas. While the majority of black-headed pythons are light brown with darker stripes, their heads are distinctively all black, as their name suggests. Despite having the potential to become very large, the distinctive coloring makes them a popular pet species. Except for extremely dry areas, this snake is only found in the northern third to half of Australia. It primarily lives in humid tropical to semi-arid areas and spends the day hiding out among loose rocks and debris, hollow logs, and occasionally termite mounds. Carpet python. With a length of more than 13 feet, the carpet python is one of the biggest snakes in the world. They are among the world's heavier snakes because they can weigh more than 30 pounds. In addition to the characteristic plain brown scales that make up their bodies, carpet pythons have distinctive markings made up of dark and light scales. They favor wooded areas and predominantly consume small to medium-sized mammals, birds, and other reptiles as food. Papuan python. Although there are unconfirmed reports of females growing slightly larger, the Papuan python only reaches a maximum length of about 13 feet. Despite having thin bodies, they are among the largest pythons in the world. The color of Papuan pythons ranges from almost black to yellow or olive green. Indian python. Among the biggest pythons on the planet, this Indian python can grow to a length of 10 feet or even larger in some cases. The 15-foot-long, 110-pound specimen that held the world record for the longest Indian python was a rare find. They're also referred to as Asian rock pythons, Indian rock pythons, or black-tailed pythons. These snakes, which have distinct dark brown splotches overlaid on a light brown body, are frequently mistaken for Burmese pythons. Indian pythons can survive anywhere, from rocky hillsides to swamps, as long as they have access to water. Indian pythons live alone and are only occasionally seen in pairs during the mating season. They're primarily terrestrial, nocturnal creatures. They are adept climbers, though, and are frequently spotted perched on tree branches. Australian scrub python. A type of snake in the Pythonidae family is the Australian scrub python. Northern Australian forests are home to the species. The longest and largest snake in Australia is also one of the longest and largest snakes in the entire world. There's still some scientific disagreement regarding its recent reclassification to the genus Simalia alongside a few other former Morelia species. S. kingorni is one of Australia's largest and longest snakes, if not the largest and longest in all of Australia. It has been known to grow to a maximum total length of 7 meters, about 24 feet, with some field measurements claiming to be even longer. One of the largest and longest arboreal snake species in the world, this snake is frequently referred to as arboreal or tree-dwelling. This snake has an elaborate, naturally varying back pattern made up of browns and tans. Typically white, its belly can occasionally have some yellow hues. Amethystine Python. One of the biggest snakes in the world is the Amethystine Python. The largest Amethystine pythons can reach lengths of over 20 feet and weigh more than 20 pounds, though most only reach a height of about 13 feet. The size of an extremely large Amethystine python, estimated to weigh 110 pounds, was captured in 2015, demonstrating the potential size of these snakes. They are native to northern Australia and New Guinea's tropical rainforests. Amethystine pythons have a large body and are colored from light brown to yellow. They mainly eat birds and small mammals. Amethystine pythons are nocturnal, solitary animals. While adults are more terrestrial and spend most of their time on the ground, young animals spend the majority of their time in trees. Additionally, they're excellent swimmers and will travel by water if necessary. Predators that sit and wait include Amethystine pythons. They usually stay still and camouflage themselves before striking suddenly at passing prey, killing it by constriction. They quickly coil a number of coils around their prey, suffocating it. Burmese Python. Among the biggest pythons on the planet, these snakes are dark in color with numerous brown spots that are blackly bordered on the back. The striking patterns resemble those on a giraffe. Burmese pythons are well liked by both reptile keepers and the leather industry due to their thought to have attractive skin patterns. Regular growth of the Burmese python results in lengths of over 11 feet. They are large-bodied snakes, some of which weigh more than 100 pounds. In reality, a massive Burmese python by the name of Baby weighed 403 pounds and was just under 19 feet long. Although native to Southeast Asia, Burmese pythons are also regarded as an invasive species in Florida's Everglades. They spend their entire lives hunting small to medium-sized mammals, birds, and amphibians on the ground, in the trees, and in the water. African rock python. The African rock python ranks second on our list of the largest snakes in the world. Although lengths of over 16 feet are not unusual, the average adult grows to be about 12 feet long. Even reaching nearly 20 feet in length, some African rock pythons have been measured. The heaviest pythons in the world, African rock pythons can reach weights of over 100 pounds. In actuality, the largest snake meal ever recorded belongs to a rock python. A rock python was observed devouring a 150-pound hyena. They eat small mammals, reptiles, and even Nile crocodiles. Reticulated Python. The Natural History Museum claims that the reticulated python is the world's longest snake. This snake typically grows to a length of 6.25 meters, or 20.5 feet. The largest known reticulated python, which measures 10 meters or 32.8 feet in length, was found in 1912. The Natural History Museum claims that this snake was longer than the height of a giraffe. Medusa, a reticulated python that measured 7.67 meters, or about 25 feet in length, and weighed 158.8 kilograms, or about 350 pounds, was the largest and heaviest one ever kept in captivity. Southeast Asia is home to reticulated pythons, which are most frequently found in grasslands, woodlands, and rainforests. According to the Natural History Museum, these pythons have also been found in sewers in nations like Singapore and Indonesia. That's all for today. Hope you liked the video. Let us know in the comments, will this information help you to get some knowledge about the largest species of pythons in the world? See you in the next video. Please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get new updates.